good afternoon, good evening, good whenever it is you're tuning in. Welcome to TicketPrice, the only show that asks the question that matters. Are these movies worth the ticket price? In other words, are they worth your time and money? With you as always, co-host of the show and the voice. I'm over here. My name is Jake. With me as always, co-host extraordinaire and the only man who likes his bacon like he likes his wieners. Flaccid and floppy. Tevis at Master Control. Tevis, how are you, sir?
Oh, no. That bacon's got to be fucking crispy and hard.
Thank you.
Yes, no, I can't do the soggy bacon. It's gross.
Wait, did you cook this?
Yeah. When you have it on a cheeseburger and it lays over the exact same shape, no, thank you.
Or you go to get breakfast and you're like, man, pancakes and bacon sound great. And then you just you can't even use your fork because it all just flops over on your fork.
And it's slimy.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it needs to be crisp. It needs to, if it's not 25% of its original size before cooking.
Yeah, get that shit out of here.
Could you actually cook this, please?
Yes. Put it on for another 20 minutes. No, fuck that soggy bacon.
My wife and I were out of town, and on our way home, we stopped at a breakfast place because the hotel we were staying at did not have complimentary breakfast. They had a $12 breakfast buffet. And if you think
$12?
If you think I'm going to spend money on hotel food, you're out of your mind.
Hell no. I don't even like it when it's free.
That's what I'm saying.
That.
You just eat it begrudgingly and you don't complain because it was complimentary, right?
Absolutely.
No, I'm not going to spend money on hotel breakfast. So I went and spent $13 on an actual breakfast. But I got pancakes and bacon. I was like, you know what? I haven't had bacon in a long time because I got to watch my red meat consumption and pork. But it'd been a long time. I was like, bacon sounds good. I've been watching what I eat. Yeah. And I was so disappointed. And I tried it. I'm like, this bacon sucks. Do I just not, has it been so long since I've had bacon? I just don't like bacon anymore. Have I lost the taste for it? Right. So then flash forward, we're doing breakfast for dinner. And Anna had bought a package of bacon and she cooked it the way I like it cooked, the way God intended
it's supposed to be cooked.
The way it's supposed to be cooked. Yeah. And I was double fisting bacon straight into my face. It's not that I lost the taste for bacon. It's I forgot what good, properly cooked bacon tastes like.
Yeah. I was working one day and I was going from one store to the other and I stopped at a grocery or a gas station. I was like, I want a cheeseburger. I'm craving a cheeseburger. I'm hungry. I want a cheeseburger.
Breakfast cheeseburger?
No, it was afternoon cheeseburger.
Oh, okay.
That breakfast cheeseburger is every once in a while. But so I go to the little hot box thing that they have and I open it up. I'm like, okay, cool. Here's cheeseburger. Here's bacon cheeseburger. I'm like, no, thank you. And here's regular burger. Somebody, sons of bitches, had put them in the wrong spot. And I wasn't paying much attention. I was like, I read the label on the shelf, said cheeseburger. So I grabbed it, went and paid, went to the car, and I'm driving and I'm eating it. It was a bacon cheeseburger.
Sure.
Which I'm kind of mad about, but whatever.
Now, the only difference is the addition of bacon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I take a bite of this thing, and I'm trying to pull this shitty, gross bacon off of the burger. It's like gummy worms. I'm like, no. And I finally get it to snap. And I'm chewing this thing, and it's like bazooka bubblegum. I'm pissed I don't have the joke.
It's probably the same color, too.
It's gross. I pulled over to the side of the road. I tore that burger apart, dissected it, flipped that bacon out the window, and went back on down the road.
Oh, you poisoned some animals. Some poor starving raccoon was like, oh, fine. Oh, God.
It's like, fuck this. I'm going back to that trash container.
Going back to the dumpster where the good food is.
Yeah, so no, soggy bacon, I'm out.
If you like flappy bacon, we're never going to be friends. I can live with that.
Yeah, me too.
So no, you know what? It's not that I've given up on bacon. I've given up on ordering bacon from any dining establishment anywhere. because they always do it wrong.
I'm with you there.
Speaking of doing it wrong, welcome to Ticket Price.
We are the soggy bacon of the podcasting world. Limp bacon?
No, I was going to say we're probably the soggy bacon of many worlds.
I give you that.
So, welcome, episode 80. And you know what that means?
Means we're reviewing a movie?
Well, we are.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And after this, we'll have more top 10s coming out.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool. I'm excited for that because I have a whole list of shit I want to get off my chest.
See, I don't know what it is. I've been busy, and I honestly couldn't tell you the last 10 movies off the top of my head. So I'm going to have to go back through my notebook and undoubtedly be disappointed.
Isn't Baby Driver still on the list?
Oh, I'm almost positive Baby Driver is still.
Or did we already surpass that?
Hold on. Now I'm flipping. Talk to Me, Birdcage, Cloudy with a Chance, Lucy, Baby Driver, The Mummy, The Violent Night, and The Matrix.
Okay.
We're going all the way back to Christmas.
Jesus.
I feel like it's been a long time.
Our top 10 is going to be complete shit except for the top 2.
The Mummy.
Matrix.
Ooh. We're going to have to stew on that one for a little bit. But we're not talking about any of that. We are talking about the movie that will round out this batch of top 10. And we are looking at 2022's Nope.
What are we doing?
Nope.
Tell me.
Stop it. This joke isn't funny.
No, it's not.
But don't worry, because this movie's definitely going to do that thing where at some point they have to say the name of the movie in the movie.
Yeah, but it makes sense here.
This one does probably do it the best.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. It's just Rush Hour. Ugh.
Wait, what was that? I need to give out an award. I picked up on that. You were trying to be subtle, but I picked up on that.
That was my saying.
You were pulling a South Park there. Hello, welcome to Shea Walk.
No, I was not.
You were. I heard it.
Maybe a tad bit, but it was the character. I was mimicking the character.
Would you like some shitty fries? All right. 2022's Nope. Written by Jordan Peele. Directed by Jordan Peele. Red flag. Now, he is the writer-director for all of his movies, correct?
I believe so, yes.
I believe so.
And I'm sad to say I have only watched 2 of his 3.
I'm at I think this is my first of the 3, although I know Anna has watched them all. She binged them.
Really? I thought about it after watching this, but...
So, I mean, writer-director, red flag, it stands, and we'll get into it. Starring Daniel Kaluuya.
Kaluuya.
And Keke Palmer.
And...
Wait, I think you're about to say a name, but I really need you to not, because it's going to ruin something later.
What name?
Surprise.
Okay, I'll hold off.
KD.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Michael Wincott.
Does he play Antlers?
Yes.
Okay. He looked and sounded familiar, but I don't know why.
He was the main bad guy in The Crow.
Never saw The Crow. That's one of those movies that that group of friends from back in the day that just had horrible taste in movies were like, dude, you got to watch The Crow. It'll change your life. And I'm going, if it means it's going to turn me into you guys, I think I'll pass.
He was the sheriff of Nottingham's cousin in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Okay.
Michael Wincott is awesome. I love Michael Wincott.
I agree. But
his voice is so fucking cool.
Oh, yeah. How much whiskey and cigarettes does it take to sound
well,
like...
you have to have a lot of that, but then also like gargling thumbtacks and razor blades, I think. But if it makes your voice sound like that, it might be worth it.
It's actually it's sacrificing for one's career.
When I say it's difficult to get into the voice acting career, yeah, it is.
Unless you sound like that.
That's how you get into it.
All right. Budget. Made with an estimated $68 million. I saw that and just thought, really?
I can see it.
Now, granted, I usually do my I compile this information before watching the movie. For some reason, I'm thinking I'm still in that horror movie, thriller movie mindset of like, oh no, you make these movies for like $50
$50 and yeah,
and make 100 million,
and,
right?
and a pack of razor blades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, 68 million. Okay. This movie's got some money in it. With a worldwide gross, $171.2 million. Almost triple.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. With 43 award wins and an additional 181 nominations.
Jesus Christ. Way to go, Jordan Peele.
Yeah. You know, well, we'll get into it more, but you remember how we were talking about with Talk to Me? How it was like, remember Jordan Peele, he wanted to do something different. He wanted to get away from like the Key and Peele thing. He wanted to step away from acting and he wanted to try directing. And when he debuted, it was a splash.
Oh yeah, I remember.
What was it? Get Out, right?
Get Out, yeah.
Get Out was the first one.
And I have never watched that one.
And how I felt those brothers that did Talk to Me, I didn't feel it. And you know what? I've never seen Get Out, but I know all about it because you couldn't get away from it.
Oh yeah.
I had never heard of Talk to Me. So obviously the splash was not quite the same. Jordan Peele with all of his movies. Everyone, I think each one has been acclaimed massively. Massively.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think each one of them are fairly significantly different than the other.
Although doesn't he use Daniel and Keke quite a bit? Because Daniel, is he not the main guy in Get Out?
Right. I think you're right.
Is Keke Palmer, is she not the main actress in Us, the second one?
That I don't remember.
She might not be. I don't know who's in Us, but she looked familiar. I don't know.
Yeah, that one I can't tell you right off the top of my head.
You're at master control. You have one job.
Yeah, but you yell at me when I look up stuff sometimes.
Yeah, but it's usually because you're looking up things you're not supposed to be looking up.
No, it was not Keke Palmer.
Nope, it wasn't. I'm looking it up as well.
It was Lupita Nyong'o. I apologize if I am destroying that. I apologize that I am destroying that. And Winston Duke.
I like Winston Duke.
I do too. I like him a lot.
Should he have been Black Panther?
Oh, no. No, he's too much of a giant to be Black Panther.
So what you're saying was Winston Duke couldn't become the new Black Panther in the sequel.
Oh, no, on that.
Because he would have murdered Namor.
Yeah, he would have been awesome as Black Panther, I think, in the sequel.
Yeah.
But it would have been hard to believe him having a struggle with Namor.
He would have ripped Namor's stupid foot wings off and stuffed him up his ass.
Yes. Yes, he would have.
Winston Duke for Black Panther, I'm calling it.
Black Panther 3.
Yeah. You know, where is Black Panther 3?
I don't know.
They've been too busy giving us such winners as Quantum Mania and The Eternals and What am I forgetting? A plethora of TV shows that didn't really do anything.
Yeah, Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
That's what I think of Secret Invasion.
The Captain Marvel.
Oh, the Marvels.
The Marvels.
That
didn't do anything.
I have no clue. I never watched it.
But have you heard anything about it?
I heard it's terrible.
And there we are.
Similar to Miss Marvel.
No, I can't. I can't. For the sake of everyone listening and any hope we have of getting through this episode, I cannot start on Miss Marvel or
Brie Larson.
Oh, I can't.
What's wrong with Brie Larson?
I can't.
Hang on. Where's that stick?
I can't.
Poke.
Hey,
poke the bear.
Oh no! I thought you were trying to have the stick serve as Brie Larson because the stick is clearly emoting too much. Whoa! Calm down there, stick. Relax on showing so much emotion.
In her defense, everybody in that movie was showing that amount of emotion.
So you're saying
even Sam Jackson.
So you're saying it was a direction issue?
Yes. And story.
The character itself.
And the character.
Okay, I'm going to touch on this a little bit. I'm not going full rabbit hole. Tevis, do not let me go full rabbit hole.
I wash my hands.
The female Captain Marvel is the epitome of the reason why I hate the idea of taking a male role and then inserting a female into it.
Okay.
Captain Marvel is named Marvel and is a dude. Carol Danvers is Miss Marvel, her own separate, iconic-looking hero. And then they ruined her by shoehorning her in as the new Captain Marvel that nobody wanted. It's like, oh damn it, I'm forgetting his name. Blonde James Bond.
Daniel Craig?
Thank you. Daniel Craig, remember he had that interview and he said 007 should not ever be cast as a woman. Because James Bond is James Bond. James Bond is 007. Instead, just create a new original character written for an actress or for a female lead and make it its own cool, unique thing. That's where I'm at. Stop, don't rehash an old, if they wanted to make female Wolverine. Well, if they had just made Logan, Louise, and just, in Marvel revamp 462, and now Wolverine was a woman, that would suck. Nobody wants that. So what they did was they made a new, unique character in X-23. And X-23 kicks ass. And X-23 has become a fan favorite based on her own merits. That's what we want.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel sucks. Carol Danvers should be Miss Marvel, who kicks ass. Slash is put in a coma by Rogue.
Okay, come out of your rabbit hole.
Huh? Let me pop my head up. Wait, sunshine. Is this what fresh air smells like?
Yes.
I'm so used to just the smell of my own farts.
Come on out. Come on out.
What? Huh? Also, Captain Marvel sucks. All right.
Come on over here so I can attach that motion tracker to you like cliffhanger.
Let the rabbit live. No, we're jumping back to 2022. We're not talking about Marvel at all. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What is your history with Nope?
Oh,
It's another thing, okay?
no,
Nobody. Oh.
no. Well, whack you with the stick.
Put Brie Larson down.
Whack you with the Brie Larson stick.
Whoa! Watch out! It's the emoting. I can't handle the emoting.
Oh shit!
It's a plasma ray. Duh.
Can I go now?
If you have to.
Okay. I remember watching the trailer for Nope, and the trailer looked fantastic. It kind of gave off this not horror movie-esque, just creepy vibe. I never once felt like it was a horror movie, but I never got around to watching it in the theater or even when it came out on streaming. But then, probably last year, honestly. I just happened to come up on it one day when it was on Prime for free because I have Prime. I pay for Prime, but I don't want to have to rent everything. I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this out. And I watched it, and it felt very familiar, but different at the same time. If that makes sense, I'll explain more later. But I've only watched this one time before we pulled it out of the hat. I enjoyed what I watched. Although, after I turned it off, after it was over, I was a little confused about some things during my first watch through, but not enough where I cared about it to go back and research anything.
Mm-hmm.
So when we pulled it out of the hat, I was like, okay, cool. I'll be able to actually pay more attention and go back and do some research. And this could be interesting or it could be complete shit.
Wait, as in those were your thoughts of going back into the movie or your thoughts about this episode?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, were your confusions cleared up?
Yes.
Now I'm interested. See, you've hooked me. I'm hooked. I'm interested in what these were. I have no history with Nope. I came in towards the end of it once during my wife's binging of Jordan Peele movies. And I remember thinking the alien looked like a hat.
Like McCready's hat.
To which then...
Or McReady's hat.
Stop it. To which then... that I can't unsee it now because while watching it this time, I'll just... Spoilers. My wife goes, it looks like a cowboy hat.
Nope.
Okay, so hold on. The first time you see it like swoop in, and it's just that big white circle.
I see what you mean.
With the hole in the middle, and it looks like you're looking at the underside of a Stetson hat or something.
That's okay. I was thinking of the other form.
Not the butterfly form.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
No, saucer form, where it looks like the underside of a cowboy hat.
I could see that.
All right. Are you ready to get into it?
Let's do this.
That chimpanzee fucking kills that lady.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just sitting here watching and going, what has happened? As we see a chimpanzee savage some woman on the floor.
Yeah, and when it's sitting there on the couch or wherever he's standing and you're obscured by this cloth and he's standing there and he's all covered in blood and then he just looks over at the camera and stares at you and then it goes black. I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
What did I just watch? What's about to happen to whoever I am at this point?
Who did he see and how dead are they about to be?
Yeah. That was terrifying.
Apes are scary.
Yes, they are.
Just don't.
And I tell you, I'm not a huge fan of. First of all, I hate when any show puts monkeys in their plot. Like Friends did it with Marcel, and
Oh, sure.
there was another one I watched a while ago, but it had a monkey in it, and I was like, God, stop it with the fucking monkey.
Like Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura and Spike.
Yeah, it's just no, we don't need the monkeys. And like even the new Planet of the Apes movies, I have no desire to watch them. I watched one of them. I was like, it's okay. I don't like the CGI monkey. For one, it totally looks fake. But like, remember Congo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, no, who gives a shit? I don't have anything for it. I don't want to watch it. But
I have to get the hat for a second. There's definitely one in there I should probably pull out.
Anyway, with this monkey, he was just
ape.
Was he an ape?
Chimpanzees are apes.
Oh, yeah, he was. Okay, with this ape.
Okay, look at it this way. Here's how you can tell the difference between monkeys and apes. Monkeys are small, and you could fight them. An ape is large, and it will murder you.
Okay,
so if you're looking at something and you're trying to determine ape or monkey, really just ask yourself, will that kill me? Can this thing murder me? It's probably just an ape.
Yeah. But the way they did it in the opening of this, you don't see him clearly.
You see him clearly enough.
Well, you see him clearly, but
to see the CGI is fine.
You can see it's there, but it's not. He's not like right in your face, and it's completely 4K and shiny.
Oh yeah, he's not Caesar from the new.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, going back to your Planet of the Apes,
a little bit with that tablecloth, and that is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. So your issue is you just don't like monkeys or apes.
No.
It's like I would rather watch something like a Congo where it's predominantly like puppetry and suits, or like the old Planet of the Apes where again it's suits.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see a real one, which I'm almost pretty sure you can't anymore. I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
That is illegal, yeah.
Monkeys, I'm fairly indifferent, but like something about the CGI apes, they're never right.
I agree.
I don't know what it is. Like I'm not intelligent or experienced enough to tell you what's not right. You just look at it and you go,
"It's that uncanny valley."
Yeah,
yeah. But no, I'm not really ever been a big fan of monkeys or apes in movies at all.
See, it's funny. Neither's Anna. When we go to the zoo, she skips the ape house.
See, but when I go to the zoo, I like going to see the apes.
Okay.
But I just don't particularly care for them in my movies. I don't know. Like, what's that Right Turn Clyde?
Oh, yeah, with
Clint Eastwood movie?
Clint Eastwood, yeah. But that was an orangutan.
Yeah, but still
an ape.
No, thanks.
Okay, now what happens when you watch Tarzan?
Never watched it.
Wait, which Tarzan have you never watched?
Pretty much all of them.
You've never seen Disney's animated Tarzan?
Never seen it.
No, shut up. Listen, you need to watch.
I have the soundtrack on my Spotify.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, Phil Collins goes so hard. The work he does
for this shitty movie
for Tarzan is honestly better than the work he did for his actual music career.
I've heard that multiple times, honestly.
Have you really?
I have.
Okay. Was it I can't even think of the name, I can feel it calling in the air tonight. There's that one.
Yeah.
And then the rest are just Tarzan songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going down the Phil Collins rabbit hole now, aren't we?
I'm pretty okay with that, but we'll move on.
Do you like him as Genesis or Phil Collins better?
Ooh. Hear me out. Is there a difference?
No.
That's like, well, are you a Police fan or are you a Sting fan? And you just go, are the songs about stalking people?
They're the exact same thing.
They're the exact same thing.
Yeah. And on that question, that would be neither.
Police and Sting?
Yeah.
I'm not Sting or Police.
Nope.
guy.
I'm out.
Roxanne kind of sucks.
I like the movie.
Although the version of Roxanne in damn it. Shut up. Hold on. Shut.
Pull the plane up. Come on.
I'm trying.
I'll help.
I'm nose
I'll
diving.
help you.
I'm snarling. I'm tagging in. I've tagged you in. What's the musical I'm thinking of?
Rent.
No.
Fuck, I don't know. I'm tagging you in.
I'm thinking of a good one.
Oh, Phantom of the Opera.
No. No, there's the film version is Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman.
Moulin Rouge?
Moulin Rouge. I like Moulin Rouge. And the version of Roxanne in Moulin Rouge is haunting. But it's also sung by a man whose balls have dropped. And that helps a lot.
That's fair. That's fair. It's been a while since I've watched Moulin Rouge. I did enjoy Moulin Rouge.
I might add Moulin Rouge to the hat.
Add it to the hat. We don't have any musicals in the hat that I'm aware of.
You're wrong. We just haven't pulled them. They're sitting next to Die Hard 2.
Good. I'll never have to watch Rent.
Oh, no, Rent's not in the hat.
Okay.
No. Are there musicals in the hat? Yes. But they're not Rent.
Chicago?
Actually, I like Chicago. John C. Reilly? Absolutely.
Okay. I'll take your word on that. I don't know.
He plays What's-Her-Face's husband. He gets to solo Mr. Cellophane.
You said a whole lot of words there. I don't know what they mean.
John C. Reilly is in Chicago and gets a solo.
Oh, okay.
What are we talking about?
Nope.
You don't like apes or monkeys.
Nope.
I get that. Then it cuts to we're at a ranch and we see a father and son working with horses. And at one point, OJ, played by Daniel Kaluuya, is walking, and we hear a report. It's either on the radio or on the TV. It's just something in the background about missing hikers in the area.
Huh. Yeah, I never caught that the first time I watched it. I did this time.
Mm-hmm. Well, this was my first watch, and I caught it. So
Good job paying attention on your first try.
I can also find my ass with both hands, so... Surprise Keith David.
I love Keith David.
I was watching, I went, holy shit, is that Keith David?
Yeah.
And then I looked it up just to make sure I wasn't crazy.
So the other day I was sitting with my daughter. We were watching Coraline.
Oh, sure.
She loves Coraline. And
does she also love Under Paris? That Coraline looking bitch.
I should show her that just to be like, I have something I want you to notice. When you notice it, you tell me, then we can just shut the movie off.
And then we can just pull up images on your computer. Yeah. Don't watch that anymore.
No, I don't want to. But we were watching Coraline, and she has this thing she likes to do on certain movies is go in and find out who the voice actors are.
Oh, sure.
And she was going through Coraline, and she's like, oh my God. And I don't remember the character's name.
Coraline.
No, the other character in the movie. But she goes, oh my God. He's voiced by Keith David.
Coraline.
I'm like, how do you know who Keith David is? She's like, well, he does the voice acting for Princess and the Frog. I'm like, he does?
He's the bad guy, isn't he? Oh, man, I didn't even put that together.
I know. And here I am. I'm getting schooled on Keith David shit by my 11-year-old.
Do you even Keith David?
Apparently not Keith David hard enough.
Now I'd be curious to know if Jason knew that, because he's big Keith David, too.
Yeah.
Do you even Keith David?
I'm disappointed in myself. I'm not mad at myself. I'm just disappointed.
We're not mad, Tevis. We're just disappointed. And a little mad. When all of a sudden, OJ goes up to the house for something, and rip Keith David.
Yeah, because everything kind of dims, the lights dim, the radio kind of dims out.
Yep.
And then
there's basically a power loss. And then, because at this point, OJ is walking back to the house. And then all of a sudden, it's almost like it's raining. So OJ stands still, and it's debris falling from the sky all around him. And then as it stops and he turns around and there's his dad sitting in the saddle of the horse he was training, slumped over. And I've seen enough Westerns to know that that's never good.
That's not a good slump.
Is there such a thing as a good slump? I think by its very definition, slumping is bad.
Yeah, you're right.
I've also never said the word slump this many times in my life.
I feel like our podcast is in a slump.
No, that's just our podcast. See, a slump implies that we were at a high and that we peaked and then we valleyed and we're going to peak again at some point. Ours is a flat line.
So we're Kansas.
Yes.
Okay.
We're the EKG monitor of someone who just passed away.
Keith David in this movie.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's no slump.
Okay.
We have lost nothing because that implies we had something to lose. OJ obviously runs to the aid of his dad. Now, the scenes of them in the truck of OJ trying to rush his dad to the hospital, that is brutal shit.
Yeah. And it's realistic. Like, it's not, there's no overly gory wound or anything like that. It's just
no, although on those few occasions where you see the blood spurt out of his face, and it's not like the camera is zoomed in on him and it's spurting the blood 3D style but you just like the camera is in the point of view of OJ in the driver's seat and you're looking over at Keith David's character and then you just see it like fountain out on occasion away from the camera, but you can still see enough to know that it's fountaining out and you just go, oh God. And Keith David's character, Otis Sr., is saying nonsense. It's not gibberish, but he's just saying disconnected words. But OJ is like, that's right. Yeah, come on. You're doing great. Just stay with me. Keep talking. That's right. Uh-huh. Like, any verbal communication is good.
yes.
That's when we cut to present day. And we see OJ on a movie set with a horse because he is now running Haywood's Hollywood Horses.
Well, back to the hospital for a moment.
Yes.
Because you get that shot of his dad laying on the table.
Oh, is that at this point? Yeah.
And
for some reason, I thought that was a different flashback.
No, you see the eye wound.
Yeah.
And then they give him the item that they pulled from his head, which was the nickel.
Because you also see an X-ray of this nickel lodged in his brain.
Yeah, it went through his eye. It started raining. He looked up to see what it was and took a nickel to the eye. I thought it was interesting that they showed Thomas Jefferson. I know he's on the nickel, but with his history with the slaves and everything, and the nickel was the one that took out Keith David. I'm like, ugh.
I believe that's intentional.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100% intentional.
Okay. Well, you're like,
I just thought it was not subtle, but subtle at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
Rip Keith David.
He was in this movie for 3 seconds.
Yes. So now OJ is on the movie set. He's working with the horses that they're training for movies, and douchey movie people are douchey. But you know who's also douchey? His business partner / sister, Emerald, who I was totally fine with.
Oh, I'm sure.
Didn't get completely irritated by her at all.
Well, she shows up late. Yeah. You know who the director was?
No.
Osgood Perkins.
I recognize the name, but I don't know
the director of Longlegs.
No. Fuck him. Gross.
Yeah.
This movie is officially lost points.
I like
Don't say Osgood Perkins. Don't say long legs.
when OJ has to give the safety speech.
Or attempts to.
Attempts to. He has a problem speaking in public, and he doesn't like to look people in the eye because that's just not his thing, public speaking.
He's not his dad or his sister.
No. But he keeps telling all these people in the room how to behave around the horse, and they don't listen to him.
No. They sure don't. And although, so Emerald shows up late, but she does finally show up. She's supposed to give the safety speech, but am I wrong? At no point does she give a safety speech. She gives a speech. It has nothing to do with safety.
Yeah, because she even says, this isn't my main business.
Yeah.
So she's promoting herself.
Yeah, because she's a actress, writer, singer. I think there are a few other things.
Yeah, she's all about promoting herself.
Yeah. Well, the horse is overstimulated and ends up kicking, which scares the actress who had a problem with the horse trainer being a black man named OJ.
I wonder what that problem would have been. He just needs to get back on his white Bronco that his dad died on and ride off into the sunset. I thought that was humorous that his OJ owns a white Bronco.
Coincidences.
Yeah. Damn you, Jordan Peele. Trying to slide that past us.
That man's playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Jordan Peele's referencing O.J. Simpson. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Oh. Did you notice as OJ is getting fired and they're outside of the building that they're wheeling in this green screen looking horse?
Yeah.
They're going to do it digitally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're bringing in like the wooden mannequin that's in a vaguely horse shape.
Yeah. I thought that was a nice little touch.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. I personally am of the belief that, like, hey, your actors need to be comfortable around horses. Okay, then we either need actors who have experience with horses or actors who are willing to get horse experience before filming. We should not be working with live animals for the first time on set.
Well, the actress was kind of a diva.
Oh, absolutely.
And everybody thought she was a big deal. So I'm pretty sure whatever she says goes.
Oh, I know. I understand what happened in the movie. Jacob is speaking as in real life.
Oh, I see.
Maybe don't do that.
Oh, okay.
But no, you're right. Yeah, no, this is just some old white lady who's, some prima donna bitch.
Yeah, I agree.
Some old bitch. Some old Karen bitch. So OJ and Emerald are heading back to the ranch, but he stops off at, is it Jupiter's Crossing?
I think so.
The tourist trap.
Yes.
To be honest.
It is a tour. Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
It's an Old West themed tourist trap run by Jupe.
Jupiter's Claim.
I was close. Run by Jupe. Surprise, Stephen Ewan.
I always liked this guy.
Did you?
I've only seen him in Walking Dead mostly.
This Walking Dead, oh damn it. He actually got a lot. He was in that movie. Is it like a nerve gas or a drug people take that make you just go berserk and you just freak out and attack everybody?
Oh, I don't know.
He's in that. And there was something else I've seen him in that I was just like, man, I like him. He's good. He's looking it up. But essentially, with this job not going as anyone would hope, OJ sells Jupe a horse. Because to make ends meet after Otis Sr. died, OJ has been doing his best to keep the ranch afloat, but it's not working out, and he has had to sell many a horse to Jupe and Jupiter's claim.
Yeah, but he's trying to figure out a way to buy them back too.
Yes. But while meeting Jupe, we learn that Jupe is a former child actor who was in a, I guess, Western television show as like Deputy Jupe. But he was also in a sitcom after that show at is it Hi or Hello Gordy?
Was it Hello Gordy or was it just Gordy? Either way.
Something Gordy.
Gordy's home.
Gordy's home. Gordy's home, and Gordy is a chimpanzee. And in Jupe's office is a secret museum where he has curated quite the macabre collection of artifacts from the day Gordy freaked out on set.
Yeah, he even tells Emerald, he's like, yeah, they got this hidden room here. He goes, I usually charge a fee for people to come in here. And what's he say that he has one couple
even paid to stay the night?
Yeah.
He didn't ask questions.
Yeah, that's weird.
Macabre.
But yeah, Jupe has no problem with exploitation.
I was going to say shilling, but exploitation. Yes, I believe you are correct, sir. But after we learn a little more about Jupe and Gordy, OJ and Emerald make it back home and begin reminiscing about their dad.
Back to Jupe for a quick minute.
All right.
I love how he can detach himself from the past by telling that story through the SNL sketch. Because he said the Saturday Night Live did a sketch of it.
Yeah.
He said they'd do a better job of describing it than I ever could. So he kind of describes what happened through this SNL sketch. It's a nice little way for him to distance himself from it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool.
But unfortunately, I found this hard to swallow, and I just had to move. I had to take it for what it was and move on.
Really?
Well, I can suspend my disbelief for a great many things. But unfortunately, believing that there is such a thing as a good SNL sketch
Fuck you.
was too. I'm not kidding. That was a little too much for me. SNL is terrible. And here's the thing. I'm going to let you in a little secret. It's always been terrible.
No.
Yes.
No. You quote Wayne's World all the damn time.
Yes. And the have you seen the SNL Wayne's World skits?
Yes.
They're awful.
I grew up on them.
They're awful. The movies are great. The skits are...
The movies are great?
Yes.
Both? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You are out of your loving mind. Ever loving mind.
Well, I mean, I can't disagree with you on that, but... And the thing was like, well, no, you just got to go back to like SNL's golden days, and then they'll like rattle off like 3 sketches. I'm like, yeah, those are the 3 you always rattle off because those are the only 3 good sketches from that time period.
Phil Hartman as the chef. I can't remember what. Anal retentive chef.
Okay, yeah.
I love those. All of those are so good.
Sure. SNL sucks, and it has always sucked. And Lorne Michaels sucks.
I think I'm done.
What we need is more cowbell. Shut up. that sketch
I don't.
is so overrated.
I'm not a fan of that one. But Wayne's World is hilarious. The sketches.
Both movies.
Gross.
Yeah. Okay. Sphincter says what?
Come on, Manager Glenn.
Hey, why is it when you kill a man in the heat of battle, it's called heroic? But when you kill a man in the heat of passion, it's called murder.
So, OJ and Emerald
I'm gonna let you talk.
are reminiscing about their father.
And all the SNL sketches he loved. Like Eddie Murphy doing the spoof on Mr. Rogers.
See, there you go. I bet that would have been one of his favorites.
You see, kids, this is what we call food stamps. Go on. I'm letting you talk.
Oh, no, I'm done. You dishing on the SNL.
Always.
Piss me off.
Relax, Bree. Your emotion is showing.
Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Eric Bonner?
I get bigger the madder I get.
I don't want to know about your kinks.
I'm getting so mad right now.
Schwing.
My pants can barely contain it.
I'm getting so unbelievably angry. My pants are so tight. They realize a horse has escaped. So OJ goes out to get the horse. He asks his sister for help, but Emerald is useless. So OJ is out looking for the horse when all of a sudden, power goes out at the house, and there's a weird noise, and then there is screaming.
Yeah, the sound here is phenomenal
Oh, yeah.
and creepy. And I loved that I have surround sound.
See, I was watching on DVD, so I had to oh God, they're talking. So I had to crank the volume up. And
Still
then I
haven't
was
got that smart sound fixed.
I don't know what that means.
Go to the YouTube.
You were supposed to come over and help me with this.
There was one point during this scene where my surround sound was so good. Like a sound was over here on my right, and it freaked me out. I thought somebody was over there. I was like, what the hell is that?
Aliens.
I loved it.
Now, this horse doesn't make it, right?
Oh, Ghost? I don't think so.
No, I don't believe Ghost makes it. OJ makes it back to the house where he begins trying to explain what he saw to Emerald. But how do you explain something like that? Because he saw something he couldn't identify flying amongst the clouds.
Yeah, you're going to sound crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he does his best. Now, forgive me because I cannot remember. What finally sells Emerald?
I can't remember exactly what it is, but then they end up going to the electronics shop.
They go to not Best Buy.
Yeah, and Best Buy's all closed up. Circuit City. They went to Circuit City.
You know what's crazy? Back in the day in St. Louis as a child, we lived near Circuit City. I've been in a Circuit City, and then when they all shut down, it was weird because it was this huge building that had no paint on it anymore, and there weren't any signs, but the opening was still designed to look like a giant plug. And you're like, well, obviously that was Circuit City. There's nothing else it could possibly be.
Yeah, it's like the old Pizza Huts. You could tell what buildings were the Pizza Huts.
Or the old Blockbusters.
Yeah.
Because most of them still have the VHS-shaped sign on them, just not the blue lettering anymore. But Emerald is finally convinced her brother saw something, so they go shopping for surveillance equipment. And that's where we meet Angel. He sucks.
You don't like Angel?
He's a dick.
Yeah, he's a kid.
No, that's not an excuse.
He's not a dick.
At the store, he's a dick.
I don't remember him being a dick at the store. But you don't like SNL sketches, so I don't know if I could trust your judgment.
You probably should have trusted it before now anyway. No, remember he's just like, do you want to pay the fee to have someone come set it up? Well, what is it hard to set up? For me, no. For you, you're never gonna set this up.
Okay, you're not wrong. I do remember that. But in his defense, he works retail.
Yeah, and guess what? Don't be a dick.
How many times have you wanted to be a dick?
Wanted to be
somebody
constantly, but I'm still professional enough and in control of my emotions enough to not do it.
I got it.
Oh no. Retail stories.
I gotta tell you this one.
Hold on. We could have a new sub-series for the channel of just retail stories.
So I was the front-end manager for a grocery store.
I am familiar with the grocery store.
And we had this woman. She came in to buy a bunch of shit. I don't remember exactly what it was, but her card wouldn't go through. Shocking. So she's like, hold it. I'll be right back. Whatever. So I left the transaction on the register. She didn't show up.
How long did you wait?
I waited about 20 minutes.
Okay.
It was the extra register we had at customer service.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it wouldn't go through at the regular register. I suspended it, brought it over, brought it up. Her other cards wouldn't go through. So she's like, I'll be right back. Give me about 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, okay. So I waited about 20, 25 minutes. She never showed up. Finally, about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, she shows up. And I told her, I was like, well, I don't have all that stuff anymore. We put it back.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I told you I was going to come back. I was like, yeah, my dad said he was just going out for milk, but he never came back either. So I don't know who to believe.
You did
and the girl at the customer service counter fucking dies laughing. And I was just like, I'm just kidding. But it just came out. I don't know why. And you could go to that store right now and talk to the lady that worked the counter, because she still works there, and she will tell you that exact same story. Because after the customer left, she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that.
That's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Do you know how much funnier that is than any SNL skit that's ever been made? If my dad said he was going to go out for a gallon of milk, I don't know who to believe. And she probably had a bunch of cold shit anyway that wouldn't have survived 2 hours.
It was a bunch of stuff like that, yeah.
I had someone at my job who, for whatever reason, decided to listen to an episode of the show. And she was telling me about it.
How much money did you give her?
Your money's on the table, chocolate.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And she goes, I wasn't ready for you to laugh. And I said, I don't know what that means. And she goes, I've never heard you make that sound before. And I was like, you mean because I was enjoying myself for once? Yeah. You may be shocked to realize that this place doesn't bring the best out in me.
I mean, working retail doesn't make you just roll with laughter.
It does when someone I'm working with loses it and says, my dad went out for milk.
So I don't think Angel was being a dick. I just think he was being a retail employee.
A dick. But eventually, Angel.
I'm going to dub in the buffering sound.
I could use that as an actual sound effect, just like on a recorder in my pocket for my everyday life. When I just need a minute for my mouth to catch up to my brain or vice versa. So Angel, in his not Geek Squad van,
Totally Geek Squad van.
shows up to the ranch and helps install the cameras. So here, Angel goes from dick to being way too open about way too personal of issues that no one cares about at all.
He's comfortable around them.
He's too comfortable around them. I'm sorry, I was in a bad mood. I was just in this relationship and I thought she was the one. And then she got an audition for a pilot on the fucking CW. Fucking CW. And I just went, oh God. I kind of want something horrible to happen to this guy.
I mean, in all honesty, I'd cry if I got an audition on something on the CW.
So his girlfriend / fiance, whatever she was, left him in pursuit of her dreams because she got an audition for a pilot episode of something on the CW.
Probably on Arrow season 7.
CW still a thing?
I don't know, honestly.
Was it ever really a thing?
The only thing I can say they've churned out that was actually really good was Supernatural.
Oh, that was them. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're obviously still around. They have Supernatural money.
Yeah, Supernatural's not a thing anymore, but
I know, but like,
oh yeah, they still
the
have
money it generated
Yeah.
would be.
I don't know. They pretty much churned that shit right around into some garbage.
Some investments that didn't exactly pan out.
Yeah. Every DC show that they've done.
That's right. They are still around because they're the ones that do the DC show universe. And I'm like, oh yeah, these look awful.
Yeah. It's like somebody's like, hey, let's make a really shitty soap opera only with superheroes, but still make it look like a soap opera.
And also they're going with Green Lantern, which is, or not Green Lantern, Green Arrow.
Yeah, that was the highlight of their DCdom.
You know, it makes sense what you just said, but it also doesn't. But it also does.
It's weird, huh?
I'm really just perplexed right now about what just happened. I'm slightly concerned I'm having a stroke. So Angel sucks. Moving on. He eventually leaves, and OJ and Emerald are getting ready. They're hatching a plan to get this UFO on camera, and that they are going to get the Oprah shot and not the one that she received at the after party at Diddy's.
Whoa. She's not going to Diddy's. She's way too old.
She was one of the names.
Was she really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You know that the laundry list of names of celebrities?
Yeah. I did not know that. Never mind.
Now, I don't know if she actually stayed for any of the after party.
Yeah.
But she probably did. But all of a sudden, lights come. So the idea is they're going to get an actual good, crisp, high definition photo and or video. Something that's irrefutable. They are going to get evidence of the existence of aliens.
Yeah, because M wants to use this to get
money.
Yeah,
this is going to be their claim to fame.
Yep. Pursuit of wealth and fame.
Here's the thing. And I'm not nitpicking this movie. I'm nitpicking this mentality, like the real life mentality of that.
Yeah.
How? This is South Park and the underpants gnomes. Step 1, steal underpants. Step 2, Step 3, profit. Step 1, take picture of cryptid. Step 2, Step 3,
sell picture.
profit. To who? How? Where? Why? Who's buying it?
Oh,
No one.
TMZ, National Geographic.
That
Inquirer.
photo of the Loch Ness Monster is the most recognizable and famous photograph of any cryptid ever. That dude didn't make a fucking dime.
That was his fault. He wasn't going after fortune and glory.
What about
Come on, short round.
What?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, short round.
Yeah.
He's going after fortune and glory.
Oh, is that a?
Yeah.
Oh, are you quoting?
I'm quoting short round.
Okay. Or the Bigfoot footage.
Yeah.
Like I made money off that.
They did it wrong.
How do you do it right? That's my question.
What M's gonna do?
What is she gonna do?
She's gonna sell it
to who?
to the highest bidder.
TMZ, I'll give you $50.
Sold.
Congratulations, you sold a photo.
Probably sell it to Elon Musk. That's probably his home planet.
I was gonna say it's probably his parent. Well, no, his dad was that Nazi who has the blood diamond mine and stuff, right?
Yeah.
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 So that's how he waves at people, Tevis. A weirdo looking motherfucker. He has the face of an alien lizard person on the body of a 1950s Frigidaire. Okay?
Looks like one of those creatures from the TV show V.
Remember those reptilian alien humanoids from like Land of the Lost?
What's the one that Captain Kirk fought on the rock?
Yeah. So, they're trying to get everything ready. It's dark when all of a sudden the barn lights come on. And OJ goes out there and he's like, the hell? And he goes out and the lights are on and machines are running. And one of the horses have gotten out. I believe this horse was Clover.
Yes.
He goes in, sees the horse is missing, turns off all the lights and stuff, and goes to leave to get his horse when all of a sudden everything clicks back on. And as he turns around, there's something hiding behind some equipment near the light switch. And this part's actually super creepy.
Yes, it is.
This is really well done.
It is well done.
And he's looking at it and he gets his phone out and he's like, oh shit, it's an alien. And he's going to try to like get the picture, the Oprah shot. When all of a sudden another one just kind of enters the peripheral and he goes, nope. And he literally nopes the fuck out.
Yeah, I like the shot of, you could kind of see by the fence, kind of see its head going along the top of the fence, but you can't really make it out. Oh yeah, super creepy.
So he backs up. These things are following him, but he's standing near an open horse stall. When from the darkness of the horse stall, a third being emerges from the shadow, to which he rocks the shit out of it. And I appreciated this wholeheartedly.
I did too.
He blasts this alien in the face. Then we learn it is in fact not an alien, but Jupe's miscreant children, which makes it even better. OJ blasts that kid in the face.
Hell yes.
And he takes it surprisingly well, if we're being honest. But the children are like, don't you ever mess with the Jupes and blah, blah, blah. And they run off because Emerald went up to Jupiter's claim and stole a giant horse statue.
Yes, she did.
Because she makes everything worse. She makes everything worse.
I'm not 100% sure why she stole it. I can't remember.
Bait.
Oh, that's right.
Because it took Ghost.
That's true. Yeah.
So the idea was, all right, we got bait now.
Yeah.
And she makes everything worse.
Kinda.
So to play a prank, to get back at them, the kids thought it'd be funny to play a prank. They let a horse get out and try to scare OJ, which they did succeed, but that one kid is definitely going to have a shiner.
Well, I kept thinking too after this, like, they're lucky they didn't get shot.
Yeah.
Like, OJ's a rancher.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of farmers that carry guns with them when they go out in the dark and look for shit that's not supposed to be out there. That might have been going too far, though, if they did that.
Shot a child.
Yeah.
That would make this movie. I feel like that would probably take too much emphasis away from the alien story.
You think that would make OJ less sympathetic? A less likable character?
Then you know what? The glove didn't fit, Jupe.
Sorry, man. Yeah. Or you shoot the one. No witnesses?
Jupe's kids just disappeared one day.
I don't know what happened to him, Jupe.
Yeah, yeah. Although, you know what? I'm questioning it now because I didn't really. The question didn't come to my mind at the time because I was too busy. Like, oh man, this is creepy. This is good. And then the reveal, and I'm like, I like that too. That was cool. Why do the kids have alien costumes?
Well, because the whole thing about Jupiter's claim.
Right, but we don't know as audience members. We don't know that yet.
Oh yeah,
but I'm saying at the time I didn't question. But now I'm like going, oh motherfucker.
Yeah,
they're in alien costumes.
Yeah,
with alien like sound effects and stuff.
Yeah. I remember the first time watching this, and this part came up. I was a little worried. I was like, are they going to show us the aliens now? Like, I don't want to see them now. It's too early.
Yeah.
And then I was like, do I really even want to see them at all? And then they did this reveal, and I was like, oh, okay. Whew. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Is the best alien shot in a movie the news footage and Signs? When Joaquin Phoenix is watching the TV in the closet?
Yeah. The best reveal?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
It's in the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember watching that too, and I was just like him. I was, holy shit, what the fuck?
I mean, granted, they would go on to ruin it. But
yeah. Yeah, they kind of did.
That wasn't Mel or Joaquin's fault.
Nope.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan ding dong. One good movie note, motherfucker.
I mean, Signs is still a good movie.
Ending ruins it.
Not totally. I mean,
enough.
A little.
Enough.
Yeah. But he was dead the whole time.
I know.
And then he chased that high of subverting expectations ever since, and it's ruined everything.
Ruined it.
No, I'm not going to get in a rabbit hole about M. Night Shyamalan. I'm not. No. Okay, so in The Village, right?
God awful.
Am I the only one who thinks that the monster should have been real?
Yes. No. Yes, they should have been real. No, you're not the only one.
Okay.
They should have been real. That would have been fucking cool.
But but hear me out. I still think that the town elders have the costume. Like, they keep the story alive to maintain their community while not believing in it. And then when little blind girl's out in the woods, we learn, oh no, it's super real.
Yeah, no, I think they should have been
Instead
real.
of Adrian Brody going full
dead. Yeah. Radio. Yeah.
You never go full radio.
Never. ever watch radio.
Whatever, I'm not going. No. You cannot make me do this.
Get out of the rabbit hole. Got a tasty little carrot. Come on. Get out of that hole.
Oh. All right. So that kid gets rocked. In my notes, kid gets rocked. So, now camera B goes down.
Yes.
And we learn that Angel is monitoring their feeds from his work computer.
Hey, he's trying to help.
That is a huge invasion of privacy.
Still trying to help.
Sure, that's what it is.
Trying to be a good guy.
And then on camera A, the one working, there's a praying mantis. Just
Wait a
like,
minute. Okay, so you complain that he wasn't being a very good customer service employee, but then when he does outstanding customer service, you're mad that he does outstanding customer service.
That's not what he was doing. He was going, oh, where's the shower camera I installed? He was going full Revenge of the Nerds.
He's going, oh, there it is. Why is Emerald in there?
Emerald, get out of the way. And they notice that Weird Cloud is weird.
Yeah, the cloud never moves.
There is a cloud that never moves. So at this point, Angel has come to the house. He's fully part of the team. And the three of them realize there's a cloud that never moves. And OJ even makes a comment. He's like, son of a bitch. I'm almost positive I've been looking up at that exact same cloud for 6 months.
Yeah, I thought that was. I like the way he figured it out by reviewing it on the video.
Mm-hmm. So realizing they need help, Emerald has the phone number for the cinematographer, the guy running the show, not the director, but the guy running the movie that they got passed on for helping with their horses.
Correct.
And that guy's name is Antlers, something.
That's exactly what his name is.
But I just went, Antlers?
Love it.
Really?
It's a cool name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Antlers?
Sure.
Not even antler, but like plural, like antlers. Antlers. What up, antlers? No, I don't like it. Hey, antlers. No.
Antlers Holst. That's a cowboy name right there.
I mean, it is. You're definitely right, but I don't like it. I'm fine with Holst. Antlers, I'm still not. Why not Shithouse Holst?
Now that's just ridiculous.
No, excuse me. So, Cloud doesn't move, and then we go back in time to the 90s. There's Gordy. Gordy's home, and we see him savage the girl on the floor.
You don't see it.
You see enough of it.
No, it's hidden by the couch. You hear it.
Yeah, you see a lot of fists coming up and down.
Yeah, but you're not seeing what he's hitting. You're hearing what he's hitting.
Well, you see what he's hitting because the woman's legs are sticking out from behind the couch, and every time he hits down, she twitches. Like, yes.
Yeah, but not seeing it completely makes it worse.
Oh, yeah.
Because you hear it. And you could hear it sounded like he's eating her face.
Because he was eating her face.
And the sound of that stuck with me for days.
Yeah.
This whole section with Gordy stuck with me for a while. You got the image of that shoe standing up on its heel.
And then the actor who plays the dad in the show, not Keith David,
in the actual TV show,
Gordy's home show.
Yeah.
Like he's like checking to see if the coast is clear to escape, and Gordy catches him.
Yeah. This whole section was so good.
Yeah.
And then he runs into the kitchen and Gordy catches him in the kitchen and you get just glimpses of it as that kitchen door is swinging open and closed. Nope.
Did he die?
Pretty sure.
And then Gordy sees, he looks back at the camera. But now we know that the POV of under the table is Jupe, child actor Jupe, who's hiding under the table, stuck there and just in horror watching all of this happen.
Yeah, because earlier in the visit in his secret hideout room, on his ranch or on his amusement park, whatever you want to call it, he shows Emerald and OJ that picture of the first exploding fist bump.
Yes.
Because that's how Gordy and him would communicate.
Mm-hmm.
And Gordy comes over to him and
oh, it's heart-stopping stuff.
Yeah. And he extends his fist, Gordy does, through that tablecloth, and Jupe is trying to
doing the fist bump,
match it and do the fist bump,
trying to placate the situation when there's a gunshot.
Yeah, I love it. The fists get super close, almost ready to touch, and then blam. Gordy's dead.
Now, I have it in my notes. Where are the trainers? How did it get that far?
Oh, I'm sure he just took out everybody because the balloons popping is what scared him, because the episode was supposed to be Gordy's birthday.
Right. And then the balloons hit the studio lights. They popped. He freaks out.
Yeah.
But, like, where are the on-hand trainers to deal with this?
Probably on his face, like dripping from his mouth.
You think he killed everybody?
I think he killed everybody that he could get to.
But shouldn't the trainers be equipped with, like, the emergency, like, cranks or, plan Bs or
I don't think
shotguns?
I don't think they were prepared.
I guess not. But Gordy dies right in front of Jupe, and I think that stayed with him.
It did. He feels like he can control the uncontrollable.
Okay, so hold that. Let me get a little farther, and we'll touch on that. I agree with you, but I don't know if I agree with your reasoning.
Okay.
So we'll see. Is this So we go and we are at Jupiter's claim, and they're putting on a show.
Yes, they are.
And Jupe explains how 6 months ago he and his family witnessed something phenomenal. And after this show, at Jupiter's claim, your life will be changed forever. And he opens up a horse stall, and it's one of the horses that OJ sold him. The horse is supposed to run down into the gulch. Except this horse isn't running down into the gulch.
So at the beginning of the show, Jupe gets out there and he introduces his wife and his kids, and then he introduces his former co-star who is there as well.
And we learn that the female figure we watched get eaten and beaten by Gordy, she survived.
Yeah, and she's sitting there on a little mobile cart with a hat on,
with a big veil
over her face. For a good reason.
Yeah. Although, let me ask you this. Why?
Why was she there?
Yes. What purpose did her survival / being part of Jupiter's claim in whatever capacity she plays there? Why? What is the point of this?
Honestly, I think Jupe is taking care of her.
Mm-hmm.
I think she lives there with them.
Yeah.
So I think a part of part of Jupe feels responsible for her almost. And plus, another reason I think is just for that really cool shot.
When she looks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. This seemed a little. This stretched some things for me.
It did a little bit for me too, but.
It just made me go, wait, why?
Maybe she was just there visiting. You know, who knows?
It just. Excuse me. It just seemed like a distraction more than anything.
It was a little
distracting,
odd to be there, but I could justify it.
I mean, it didn't. I didn't just like what the No, I was just.
You're not like SNL skit.
No. That's the most egregious part of this whole movie. But I don't know. I just was like, okay, well, I guess she's there.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But hey, there she is. And apparently Jupe has been feeding this thing horses.
Yes, he has.
Although, well, so the alien comes to the show early. It's ahead of schedule. And the horse won't leave its stall. And then the alien comes and eats the audience and Gordy Girl and Jupe's family. And just eats everybody.
Yes, he does. I love the shot of all of the people inside of the alien.
Mm-hmm.
It was very almost disgusting, but not at the same time.
It kind of just looked like they were squeezing through like a partially inflated bounce house.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, it looked like a less gooey version of when Agent K gets swallowed by the cockroach in Men in Black.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I like this.
I'm not sure how it kills them though.
I think it just slowly digests them like
I don't think it's slowly.
Like the Sarlacc pit.
Takes 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Or does it just like crush them? Like I don't know. To me, were the shots cool? Sure. But again, this is one of those things where it's like, okay, now I've seen the inside of this thing, at least somewhat, which then just brings up more questions about how is it eating people?
You're thinking too hard.
Then it shouldn't have brought it up. The movie shouldn't have brought it up. If the movie doesn't want me to think about it, the movie shouldn't bring it up.
It's showing you. It's like, this is what it's doing. They're in there getting turned around.
They're just like being like hooped up into this thing.
The goo is dissolving them. It's acid.
What goo? There was no goo.
There was goo.
There was no goo. There was no goo. Who gooed? Nobody gooed.
I don't like that.
Just gooing all over the place. No one gooed. But they all die. Then the alien comes and poops on OJ's house.
Yeah, well, OJ goes to the show.
Well, he's not at the show.
He's at the empty show.
He's a little late.
Yeah. Yeah, he shows up and there's nobody there. Just a bunch of debris and shit that's gotten blown around. And then this thing shows up.
Yeah.
And tries to take him. And man, I loved this shot where you see the auditorium and then the giant sky, wide open skies. It was so beautiful. And then the sound you could still hear the people screaming.
Mm-hmm.
That was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. But then, because he gets knocked out, he gets sucked up, but he's inside that auditorium and he hits the roof.
Yeah.
And he gets knocked out for a little while.
And then the alien goes and poops on their house.
Yes, he does.
But now I'm also confused because before it only expelled the things it couldn't digest, like the metal, like the nickel that killed Senior, or the key that got stuck in the horse, or the wheelchair that ends up on the roof, that kind of stuff. But this time it spews blood.
It's pushing harder.
Well, we've all spewed blood while pushing harder. Am I right, boys? But like, is that because something wounded it? Or
Well, I think so because of that decoy.
right.
Because that decoy was still in there.
Yeah, that's right, because it goes through the windshield of OJ's vehicle.
Yeah.
That's right. So that would have been that thing's blood.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you now.
So
Now,
it needs to go to the doctor. It's got some bloody stool. So
see though, you gotta be careful. Is it the stool bloody or is it the orifice that's bleeding?
that's true. Yeah. You wipe too many times, then
Well, or if you don't have enough roughage and there might be a sizing issue, and next thing you know,
if all you have is an acorn, that sucks.
wait,
Wiping with an acorn? You've never wiped with an acorn?
no.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
would I attempt that?
You don't. It
Oh, okay.
sucks.
Just use your socks. What are you talking about right now? What is happening?
Well, you're out. You don't have anything.
You have your socks.
I cannot go barefoot in my shoes. That's disgusting.
Then use your underwear. Just throw the underwear away.
I cannot go commando.
You are such a baby.
No.
Baby. Tevis, why you only got one sock on? Oh, never mind. I'm just trying to help.
Where are we at? Raining blood?
It pooped on the house. So Antlers learns from other sources that enough weird things are going on in the area where the Haywoods told them there was, and he turned down their offer the first time. He shows up now. He's interested. His curiosity is piqued. He also apparently, instead of watching porn like a normal person, watches old film reels of animals fighting.
He's putting together a film.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Because he even mentions he does one for them so that he can do one for himself.
Yeah, he's doing one for himself, all right. I agree.
He's doing a documentary.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Did you notice all of the eyes on the TV while he was putting his clips together? There was tons of animal eyes.
Oh, I did see that, yeah. What does that have to do with anything?
It's pertinent to this movie.
The watching, yeah, okay.
And don't look it in the eye.
It's just pissed. It has no eyes.
It does too have an eye.
Not one that you can see until it like poops it out.
But you don't. That's why it attacks, because people are looking at it.
Well, that's why I attack most of the time too.
It's
but
playing on the don't look a predator in the eye, like fucking come at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apes.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Man, I was at the zoo this time, and these people were like staring at this gorilla.
Don't do that.
It charges the glass, jumps in the air, and then with both fists smashes the glass. Like, it doesn't smash through, but it like pounds on the glass.
Yeah.
It sounds like thunder inside the building, and the whole thing starts shaking, that plexiglass or what, the super reinforced double layer, whatever. It's shaking, and everybody just shit their pants collectively. Those people, I think to this day, might still be running and screaming.
They're still wiping.
They're still wiping with acorns. But Antlers agrees he's going to help now. And he has a camera rig that he created himself to use out in the field. And it does not require electricity of any kind.
Right. So it's a crank.
So the alien cannot EMP it. And now, with Antlers' help, our team comes up with a plan. And it's very Scooby-Doo-esque.
I like this plan. I thought it was super cool.
So, yeah, they steal all the batteries from the dead people's cars, and then they steal a bunch of those wacky inflatable tube men from the local used car dealership, and they just set up multiple camera positions and are ready to try to film this thing. While they're getting ready, a motorcycle shows up on the ranch, a man on a motorcycle.
From TMZ.
I don't think he was actually from TMZ.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah, they called him TMZ.
I think he even mentions he's from TMZ.
Did he?
I think so.
I don't think
Anyway, he's from some.
he could be some douche with his own podcast.
You mean douches?
Wait, which one of us is writing bitch? I was trying to think of a less problematic ways to phrase it, but
Well, if I write bitch, we're doing a wheelie.
oh man. But there was no rear fend. We're hugging apparently.
Just hold on. Hold on.
Hold me, daddy.
I got to get one of those shirts that say on the back, if you can read this, the bitch fell off.
I'll get the one that says, I'm the bitch.
We can get ones that say, I enjoy finger painting. And then you can wear it says, I'm painting. Or
why? I don't want to. I was good until there. I don't want to wear that one. You remember the cartoon, the Animaniacs?
Yeah.
The children's cartoon, the Animaniacs?
Oh, yeah. I love that show.
You remember the Prince joke?
Kind of.
So they're like detectives. They're trying to solve a case, and one of them says something about we'll look for fingerprints, and so it's like Prince, and she reaches over and pulls out Prince, and he goes, no, fingerprints, and her and Prince look at each other, and she goes, I don't think so, and like throws him away, and I'm like, what the fuck? Animaniacs needs to calm down.
The greatest cartoon ever.
What does Bluey have to do with this story?
No. If Bluey made a fingering joke, top notch.
You know what? I bet Prince was fingered a time or two in his lifetime.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I'm just saying. Animaniacs. Anyway, Motorcycle Man appears, and yeah, he's here to get the scoop. And then they're like, no, man, you don't understand. You really need to leave. And he doesn't. And he gets on his motorcycle, takes off. And Angel has the great line, hey, guys, tell me, what do you think happens when an electric motorcycle traveling 60 miles an hour hits or meets an anti-electric field moving the opposite direction? And then no sooner than you just hear the bike shut down and you see the guy just fly through the all right, that guy's definitely dead, right? There's like no, what is it, Angel? There's no way that guy's alive, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and then OJ goes in to help him.
Yes, he does. That guy's alive, and all he's just like, oh, where's your phone, man? Why aren't you recording this? I'm just like, oh, gross. You're one of those people.
He is.
These talk to me.
Anything for the shot.
Anything for the shot. Just like, oh, we're gonna be famous. Just record it. Record everything. I'm glad he dies, honestly.
Okay. The idea of risking everything and not caring about anything else for the sake of filming a situation.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with this kid and the night before, he and a buddy went to Kansas City. They were driving back. It was like 2 a.m. But anyway, the next day at work, he's like, hey, I got to show you this video of what I came across. I'm like, what? He's like, I came across an accident. There was a car wreck. We were the first ones on the scene. And I was like, oh, okay. I cannot get this image out of my head. And this has been 7 years ago that he showed me this.
Okay.
He was so excited that he got this on film. And I say film, he got it on his phone.
Yeah.
But it's kind of similar to what this guy on the bike is. Like, he doesn't care about anything if he can look at it through that phone or his camera. Apparently the car hit a guardrail. The driver or passenger, I don't know which one it was, went through the windshield and was laying in the road. It was the middle of the night, nobody else around, so nobody else had came up on it except this kid and his friend. So nobody was there to call the police. There was no face at all. It was just a hole, and the body of this kid is twitching.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you are busy recording this to show people? Like, why? It's like, well, yeah, look at this. Look at the guy. Look how cool this is. Like, dude, this is a guy who has no face. Like, you cannot make out any details.
Yeah.
And that's all you cared about.
I mean, did they call someone?
He said they called somebody. I don't know about eventually because that's what he said, but they did call somebody. But even that, I'm like, put the phone away.
Yeah.
You know, if you came upon a car wreck and everybody was fine and you were videotaping the actual wreckage of the car, that's fine. But no.
Yeah.
And I still have this image of this in my head thanks to this kid. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, show, just because you're looking at it through a camera or a phone doesn't mean it's not real. Like, it's going to fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't get people like that who it's like, oh man, even you just, oh man, I had surgery. You know, you want to see my the picture that the doctor. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your stitches. I don't want to see the picture of the chainsaw wound you inflicted on yourself because you were drinking while cutting tree limbs. I don't want to see the picture or video of the car accident. I have never been that person. They're just like, oh man, you need to look at this. No, I don't.
Yeah. No, thank you.
No, I'm good. I don't. No, man, you got nope. I don't want to see it. I just don't. I'm good. I don't need to see this.
I regret not saying no.
I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I should have. Anyway.
Well, Motorcycle Man gets eaten. And OJ gets on his horse. He begins riding.
So he does a cool thing here. He does two cool things because he's got that hoodie on and he flips up the hood and he's got two reflectors taped to the back. So it looks like he's looking at the creature. So the creature will attack because that's what this movie's all about, is looking at the creature. It's all about eyes, eye contact. But with that decoy, there was that flag that was hanging out of it. So he even makes a reference. He goes, I don't think this thing liked that. So the flag.
Because, well, when it ate the fake horse, the horse was draped in those flags.
Yes.
Well, when it ate the horse, it really messed it up on the inside.
Yeah.
So now they're going off a theory that it will have an aversion to these rainbow flags.
Rainbow flags. So he flips up his hood, has the eyes, takes off on the horse, and this thing is chasing him. And I love this part where he's riding along. The creature's almost going to get him, and then he unleashes those flags, and it's almost like a parachute.
Well, it's a rainbow colored parachute strapped to the backpack by the flags.
By the flags.
Yeah.
But then that creature notices what that is and then does this weird like turn, and you see the ripples on the underneath. You see the hole of the cowboy hat.
It looks like a cowboy hat.
It does look like a cowboy hat. But the way that they shoot this, the special effects here are outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
So good. But the creatures with the texture on it and the lighting and the slow motion, it gets a little bit of a slow motion in there. It's so good. It's outstanding.
Why does Antlers die?
Similar to the TMZ guy.
I have it in my notes. He's the exact same kind of person as the TMZ guy. He's just old school, but he's the exact same kind of person.
Anything for the shot?
He essentially and willingly commits suicide.
I think he thinks the video footage will be found and he will live on in infamy.
That's a bold claim because there's no guarantee the film will survive.
Yeah, I agree.
But Antlers essentially sacrifices himself, and it's real stupid. But I guess stupid knows no generation. It's all encompassing.
There are stupid people in the world all over.
Young, old, in the middle.
Yeah.
Eventually, OJ and Angel have to take cover, and it chases M to Jupiter's claim, where she hatches a plan in the spur of the moment to get it to swallow the giant inflatable cartoon Jupe.
Yes.
And to get a picture of it with the well camera.
Yeah, because we saw that earlier when she peeks her head in there. What's everybody looking at? And somebody snapped a photo.
Yeah, and they're like, photobomb. I didn't know what it was at first either.
I
Like,
didn't
what are
either.
they looking at?
I
Oh,
thought
it's
it
a camera.
It's so funny.
So she gets her Oprah shot after all, though, and then it eats this giant balloon, like a Macy's Day float balloon, and the balloon pops inside, which somehow causes the entire creature to explode.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
As long as you're cool with it, then. And happy ending, I guess.
Yeah, because this thing goes from being a saucer shape to a jellyfish looking thing.
Yeah.
And I read something somewhere, and I can't remember where I found it, but it was almost like it was taking the shape of a biblical angel.
I've heard that too. Yeah. And credits. Now, I'm just going to touch on this. I don't know if I care enough to get into the weeds because I haven't done enough research on it. I don't know if you have, but I know I'm not equipped enough to have an intelligent conversation on this, but just so people don't accuse us for missing it, there is a lot of theories out there, and I haven't watched any interviews with Jordan Peele. I don't know what's right or what's wrong, but there are a lot of theories about what the alien symbolizes. Some think it's Big Brother surveillance and police brutality, and there's lots of theories around what this movie represents. And I don't know the answer, or even if there is an answer as to one concrete, like, this is what it's supposed to represent. But I know, just going off of like Antlers and TMZ guy, and when it's in full like jellyfish mode, you see the eye.
Yes.
But the eye looks like a camera.
Yes.
And I looked at it like all the people looking for and chasing fame, and yet that world just eating you and spitting you out, and just devours you whole and moving on.
That, you saying that,
Yeah.
one of the lines that Antler says, he says, "This dream you're chasing, where you end up at the top of the mountain, all eyes on you, it's the dream you never wake up from." It's basically like, I'm trying to chase this fortune and glory and all, be the top of my career as in stardom, because Emerald's all about being an actress or a singer or a songwriter or whatever. She's basically going to be chasing that dream until you die.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that's how Antlers goes out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I could see that.
That's how I saw it.
I can see that.
But again, I'm not researched enough or intelligent enough. I don't know enough about the subject matter to have an intelligent conversation on it. But for anyone who's thinking, oh, they missed it, well, not really.
Yeah, and I've heard different things about that. Like, I read where, because the beginning of the movie, you have that, the very first picture, moving pictures with the guy on the horse.
Yeah.
Was the black jockey. Everybody knows who took the picture. they even know the horse's name, but they don't know the black jockey's name.
Yeah.
So it's like they're just forgetting the black history.
Now, I got what they were going for, but let's be honest. Nobody remembers the black jockey's name. Is that partially because he was black? Probably, especially for the time period of those clips. Name a single jockey. I don't care what color.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. That's how I looked at that. I was like,
Yeah.
I get what you're going for, and I'm with it. But if we're just trying to be fair here, name a single jockey.
Yeah. But this movie does have a lot to do with exploitation.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that. And I've heard even like when the eye comes out and those ribbons start flapping.
Yeah.
And you can hear like the whipping sound. And everybody associates that whipping sound with slavery. And I'm like,
oh, okay.
Okay, well, it might be a little bit of a stretch, but I can't say you're wrong.
Yeah, I can't say you're wrong, but I don't see the rest of the tie-in.
Yeah. But again, I'm like you. I haven't really. I'm sure there's a YouTube rabbit hole that we could go down. We're all about rabbit holes.
There has to be.
So that would be something interesting to check out.
It would be. Okay. I want to go back to something before we wrap up here because I said we'd talk about it and then we forgot.
Okay.
Jupe is feeding it horses.
Yes.
And then it eats him. And you're like, Jupe believes he could control it. Let's talk about that for a second. If you're up for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why do you think Jupe is doing this?
For the fame.
Okay, let me word it like this. Why do you think Jupe thinks he can do this?
Why do you think he can?
What do you think in his mind is telling him I have this under control?
Because of the way Gordy responded to everybody else on the set of the show versus how he responded to Jupe. Because Gordy showed no aggression at all towards Jupe.
Right.
And if you watch, Jupe doesn't make eye contact with him.
Right.
So Gordy is like, okay, there's no threat here. But he's like, that's my friend. He knows. So I think Jupe is like, hey, I have a special bond with these creatures. So maybe. But it's also brought up too. I think Antler says this as well. He says, you're trying to tame a predator, and that never goes well. Ask Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
So,
because OJ says the line in that exact conversation. OJ says something along the line: "You don't tame a predator; you make an agreement with one."
yes.
See, I looked at going back to Jupe. I looked at more like he should know better. He was there. But instead of learning the lesson of the day Gordy flipped, he's making the exact same mistakes.
Only worse.
On a larger scale.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. See, I don't know if I'm not disagreeing. I know I didn't view it necessarily as he believes he's different or special or has an ability, right? Or just the ever repeating folly of man sort of thing.
Yeah, I agree.
And somebody who should know better than most about what you're doing here, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he still does it. And the outcome ended up being the exact same.
It's just like us as people. We never learn from history.
Well, it's because we don't actually study it.
That is true too.
Okay. No, I was curious about Jupe.
Yeah.
Damn you, Jupe. All right. Ratings. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
IMDb 6.8.
Absolutely not.
Rotten Tomatoes 80%. 3%, for a total of 151.
I don't like the 83 either.
Okay, so let's move on from the obvious. 6.8 is criminally low. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've watched 6.8 movies, right? Even if you're not a fan of like sci-fi thriller or Aliens, you thought this was dumb. This movie was too well made at its foundations to be a 6.8.
Yes. Yes.
Am I wrong?
There is no 6.8. You know, we haven't done something in a while. I'd like to report a crime.
Oh shit! Hold on. I don't have my stuff ready. I have props. Hold on. Yes, Officer Dickhole reporting.
Yeah, I want you to arrest IMDb for what, 6.8?
Yeah.
That's criminally low.
I've been after that bastard for years. He always slips through my fingers.
But yeah, no, 6.8's way too low.
Now, 83, a little low. I think I'm in a 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm in the 90s.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm 90s, but I'm definitely, I think, higher 80s.
Okay. I'm in the 90s, man.
You are?
I am.
How high into the 90s?
93.
Okay, we're 5 to 6 points off.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I don't. I can't go that high. And I'll tell you why when we get there.
Okay.
I can't do it. All right, reviews. Ebert.com. Nope is not as good as Get Out or Us, but it's definitely Peele's creepiest movie. 3.5 stars.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I have not looked up Get Out or Us's Ebert.com reviews, but from the context of this, they must be 4s.
They must be 4s.
They have to be perfect 4s, right? If they're not as good, or if this is not as good as those, but this is still a 3.5. Ebert.com, Get Out, 3 stars. But we were just told that Nope is not as good as Get Out, and yet it's half a star better. So riddle me that.
Oh, you fucking idiots.
Now, to be fair, these are different authors, but this is the issue you run with when you have a bunch of different authors doing these reviews.
That is hilarious.
Now, are you ready for a review that I despise?
We just did it.
Chicago Tribune.
Oh, where Roger Ebert wrote.
Do you know why I had to go with Chicago?
Why?
Because New York Times has this locked behind their paywall. And I didn't want to use The Guardian again.
Okay.
This one is a 3/5 triumph, which means whatever you want it to mean. To me, it means go. 3 out of 4 stars. So, they made up a rating system that can mean whatever you want it to mean. But to this author, it means go see the movie. To which then he gave it 3 out of 4 stars. Shouldn't that mean it's a 3/4 triumph?
Okay.
You don't think he's talking about a particular compromise, do you?
Yeah. Why else would you bring up the 3/5?
See, I thought that too.
God, as soon as I read that, I'm like, am I thinking of the same right thing? I definitely had to look it up because I didn't want to bring it up if I was wrong.
Yeah.
That is a fucking icky review.
You think it's from the Chicago Tribune?
It's still a fucking icky review.
You don't think this is just an unfortunate?
Oh, I'm sorry about the black director with an all black cast, almost all black cast.
Yeah.
Who's notably done mostly all black main actors in his movies.
Touching on what's the word I'm looking for?
Social issues.
Black social issues.
Yeah.
Oh man, you don't think?
Fuck you, Chicago Tribune. There's okay. If it's a terrible convenience, not a convenience.
Happenstance, circumstance.
Yeah.
What's
This really pisses me off.
See, now I'm so floored.
If this is just a happy accident, I guess. No. Who did this?
That's what I'm looking up. Hold on. Because normally we just go with, the okay, so author Michael Phillips. That's a white guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've reached my article limit from the Chicago Tribune, so now there's a paywall.
Oh,
except I can definitely still scroll and read what I need to read.
Oh, I thought you only got to 3/5 of your limit.
At MJ Phillips at ChicagoTribune.com. There. This has got to be a coincidence. There's no way.
If you're going to chalk this up as coincidence, then this writer needs to be fired. You cannot.
Hold on. The best, eeriest parts of director Jordan Peele's third feature, Nope, are as good as anything from Get Out or Us, and they're very different from either of those earlier triumphs of imagination. This one is a 3/5 triumph, which means whatever you want it to mean. To me, it means go. That is the full paragraph in which this excerpt is used. So we have full,
and he says it right there. It can mean whatever you want it to mean. But to me, it means go. What the hell does that mean?
Well, it means go see the movie, but why?
No,
Okay, hold on. So look in between the ad and the edge of the screen. I'm not misreading it, right? See, now I feel like we're slandering this, or oh, God.
No, this one is a 3/5 triumph, which means whatever you want that to mean. To me, it means go.
No. Oh, God. Well, and I never, this is you know what?
The first and last
people are like,
time.
Why do you only use like the same 4? Because when I deviate, I get this. Okay. No, this has to be an unfortunate coincidence. It has to be. No, Tevis, it has to be. Tevis, it has to be. Oh, God.
Okay. I am not a smart guy. This man is a writer, a journalist. I'm assuming he went to college. How about not using that?
And it's, God, it's
for this film.
It's such
I knew what it meant.
It's such a specific fraction.
Yes.
That it only conjures one very... Oh, God.
Why even put it there? What does that even mean? It's a 3/5 of a triumph?
Fuck. That makes it sound worse.
What does that mean?
It means whatever you want it to mean.
Yeah. Good job of getting yourself off the hook. How about you just hit delete, motherfucker? No.
Oh my God.
No.
It's oh no. This was not my intention, Tevis. Tevis, look at how distraught I am. This was not my intent.
How did you not catch that?
I thought it.
Did you? Okay.
But I thought well,
you didn't write it, so I mean, it's not your deal.
It's not my article. I didn't publish this for mass consumption, Tevis. I know. Okay, I'm a bit of a history guy, right?
Yeah.
I wrote this down. I read it. I wrote it down for our blurb. 3/5. My mind went to 3/5 compromise.
Yeah.
However, I chose to push that aside because I went,
I don't want to pay the New York Times paywall.
no, that's not what happened. I thought that I was making just an unconnected association based off something that I know historically off the fraction 3/5.
Sure.
I thought my brain was making a connection that wasn't there. So to your point, how did I not think about it? No, I did think about it, and I thought I was being weird.
Oh my God. I'm going to need 3/5 of vodka before this fucking thing
Stop
is over.
saying 3/5.
Apparently it's okay if you write for the Chicago Tribune.
Whatever it means,
It means whatever it means. Whatever you want it to mean.
Can we just edit? I only have one review for this movie.
No.
We're just going to edit out. Oh my God. No, it can't. Never mind. Oh God, I have to move on. I'm spiraling. 3 stars.
Is that 3 out of 5?
It's actually 3 out of 4. Your system is based on the 4-star. Just say it's a 3/4 triumph and no one connects anything.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So he's saying it's not a complete triumph.
Right.
But there's better ways to say that, you racist asshole.
Oh God. I have some awards. I have no segue. I got nothing. I'm fairly defeated at this moment. Now on to the award section.
On to the awards.
Oh my God. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
My first award.
Okay.
I'm going to do the McCready Award for Best Hat.
Okay.
And that goes to Otis Hayward Sr. He's got that cowboy hat. Man, Keith David could rock a cowboy hat.
Yeah, but the McCready hat is for worst.
This is best hat.
Which is in quotes because it's sarcastic.
No, I took the quotes out so it fits my narrative.
Well, it's funny because I have the McCready's Hat Award for worst apparel, and I put everything Stephen Ewan wears.
Yeah, he does look
Jupe's attire is
disgusting.
It looks like something an actor
Marty
would
McFly wore Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, if it fell in a vat of dye.
Yeah.
It looks like someone did a stage production of Annie Get Your Gun in like Reno.
That is true. That is true. So maybe I misread the award because I think McCready's hat is awesome.
No, you don't.
I do too. I love it.
3/5 awesome.
Terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
Like that can't be on purpose.
You can mean whatever you want it to mean.
Oh my God. Next award.
I have Maximus Award for Best Line. That goes to Antlers Holst. This dream you're chasing, where you end up at the top of the mountain, all eyes on you, it's the dream you never wake up from. I like that line.
I have the Brie Larson Award for showing no emotion whatsoever in an entire film. It is a new award. And I'm giving that to OJ Haywood.
He shows emotion?
No, he doesn't. Yeah, if Slackjaw is an emotion.
He is down and out. His farm is going under. He lost his father. He has to deal with his sister.
Yeah, but no, at no point is he ever sad, depressed, distraught, angry, confused.
He's always sad.
No, he's always doormat.
You're wrong. I disagree with that award, but whatever.
Okay. Well, then you're not going to like the next one.
I don't really have an award. It's not really an award, but it's the best part.
You're
for
not
me.
giving yourself an award again, are
No,
you?
not this time.
Okay.
Not this time. My favorite part of this whole movie is the house scene where it's raining blood.
Oh, yeah.
That thing with the creature over the house and the shot of the house just drenched in blood, and it's a cool looking shot, and the sound that's going on, and they're in the house freaking out. Fantastic.
I have the Shelley Duvall Award for being totally, completely fine.
OJ.
To Daniel Kaluuya. Because he's totally and completely fine. And the thing is, we know he can act.
I think he did a great job.
I think he did a fine job. Totally and completely fine.
All right. I also have the worst part of this movie.
Okay.
Keith David not in it enough.
Okay. Well, I have a second brand new award that we're giving out for the first time. The Brie Larson Award I thought of just now because we were talking about her, but it's definitely a thing now.
Okay.
For somehow acting without any human emotion whatsoever, and you're just kind of coming off as a robot. But I would like to give the Bryan Cranston Award for being completely wasted. And I would like to award Keith David the Bryan Cranston for being completely wasted.
I wish I could disagree with you, but no, he was kind of wasted.
And of course, this award stemming from Bryan Cranston's role in the original MonsterVerse film, Godzilla, where Bryan Cranston kills it for about 20 minutes and then dies. And then everyone in the theater, including myself, going, this movie still has like 90 minutes. And I kind of thought I would get to enjoy the actings of Bryan Cranston for 90 more minutes.
Oh, I'm not even going to lie. He was the reason I went to the theater for this.
He's the
for
reason.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone went, I want to see Bryan Cranston and I want to see Godzilla. And that's it. And then he dies immediately.
And it was in that order, too.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to see Bryan Cranston more than I want to see Godzilla.
Yeah.
And then, he dies like 15 minutes in. And I'm like, what? You mean I got to follow around his dopey little son for the rest of the damn show?
Another Brie Larson Award winner.
I like both of those awards. They're going on the list.
So Keith David, our first ever recipient of the Bryan Cranston.
That's a good award. I like that.
Well, to be fair, Bryan Cranston's so great.
Oh, yeah.
At everything.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? Wasted. Because again, I like Keith David, and Keith David does a good job. The issue stems from the role of Otis Sr. could have been played by anyone.
Yeah.
Because when he died, I went, holy shit, that's it? And then we got flashbacks. I was like, oh, we'll see more of him in flashbacks. Nope.
Yeah, it was like a 30-second flashback.
He had like 2 lines.
Yeah.
In a different flashback. That's about it.
So what prop would you want from this movie to display in the studio?
Okay. That's right. And you know what? I knew you were going to ask me that, and I forgot to think about it, if I'm being honest. Honestly, I think it would have to be the standing shoe.
That's what I got too.
Is it?
Yeah, absolutely. With that drop of blood on the side. Oh yeah. I don't know what that has to do with anything in the movie, like what it represents. But with it being in that scene, the way that scene goes,
and the way it's so unnaturally standing up on the heel,
terrifying and cool.
It's uncanny, and you're just like, oh no, this is bad.
I loved it. Yeah. No.
I think it would have to be the shoe.
Absolutely.
You notice he has it displayed in that case the exact way it was standing too?
Yeah.
Now, Antler's camera
Yeah.
But see, that's more like we would probably play with it. But like to sit on a shelf, no. Was there the Haywoods, not like OJ or Senior or Emerald? None of them.
You can't keep them as props. They're not props. They are full people. For the love of God, Chicago Tribune.
I do not write
full people.
No, I was, but none of them have like an item that's like. Remember in Rush Hour, and you were like, and you were like
ID.
the police, the LAPD ID. I'm like, okay, they don't. None of them have like.
Keith David has a nickel.
Actually, you know what? I did think the bloody nickel in the biohazard bag.
Yeah,
that would be one too. But for some reason, I think the shoe trumps it. But I can't tell you why the shoe trumps it.
I think it's just creepier.
Yeah. Now, if we were going something a little less dark, if you were to scale it down to like desktop size,
yeah,
the horse with the flag ribbons draped off of it.
Oh, the statue?
The statue that they. But if you shrunk it down so it actually like the pop figure.
Yeah,
size,
that would be cool.
Or soda can size. That could be cool. But it would have to be, the beat up horse statue rearing up with the draping flags.
Oh, yeah.
That could be cool.
That would be cool.
But that's cheating because it's not. Now we're like, well.
Yeah, if you take the Millennium Falcon and shrink it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
you could hang it from the ceiling.
Oh, because there it is. Hanging from your ceiling.
Yeah.
So that's cheating a little bit, but that would still be cool.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I think it's the shoe. All right, what else?
That's all I got as far as awards.
All right, then. Final thoughts time.
Go ahead.
Man. Okay, I should have listened to my gut and not, God, I don't know if I'm more disgusted with the Chicago Tribune or myself. I saw it. I made the connection and I thought, this is a me issue.
Oh, no. No.
Jesus. So I'm genuinely like distraught over this. So I'm just going to apologize to everyone listening. Jesus. As for the movie itself, I actually really enjoyed this. I thought it was thrilling and creepy, not scary. It's not a horror movie. It's fun in moments. This Nope is worth the ticket price, and I think, and I'm open to discussion. I'm open to being wrong, but I think Jordan Peele may be the writer-director exception that ultimately proves the rule.
Okay.
Worth the ticket price.
I am anxious to go on a deep rabbit hole dive into the meaning of this movie. Because there's eyes everywhere in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go into the other symbolism that could be taken from this movie. But as far as this movie as a whole, this movie is outstanding. There are so many good things about this movie, from the sound to the special effects, the relationship with all of the characters, but most notably the brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
I like she's the overly excited, outgoing one. He is more reserved.
Brie Larson.
I definitely like them two together when they're on screen together at the same time. This movie is very Jaws-like. We don't see the creature for the longest time. You just get quick glimpses of it here and there. We see the shadow in the clouds going by. The wacky waving arm flailing guys, they are the yellow balloons or yellow barrels.
Yeah.
Because when the creature's near it, they'll die down because the EMP. The crusty old man gets killed by the creature.
The crusty old man dies.
But this movie is creepy. It's fun. It's suspenseful. It makes you ask questions. And I love that about any movie. If I can look at something and be like, I don't know for sure what that means, but I think I have an idea. And then if I immediately go to my computer and I'm doing research and it brings me to something, oh yeah.
That's a win.
Yeah, that's a win. We've done a few movies on here that have done that for me, but others are just super straightforward. Like, okay. So no, this movie is worth the ticket price. Check it out. I cannot recommend this movie enough. This movie is so good.
All right, there we have it. All right, where's the hat?
It's your turn.
Hat time. Episode 81. Looking in the hat. Looking in the hat. All right. Ooh, I got one. Okay.
Excuse me.
This movie combines two of my favorite things. One of those things is Kurt Russell.
Chinese people? Big Trouble in Little China?
No.
Oh, sorry.
You can't just blurt out Chinese people. No, hockey. One of my other favorite things, hockey.
Okay.
Kurt Russell and hockey. So it's a sports movie. It's coming to him.
Did he do the one with the Alaska, Mystery Alaska?
What?
There's a hockey movie called Mystery Alaska.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that one.
That one's not it, apparently.
No. This is
Miracle. Okay. I knew I'd get it there. I almost said Mighty Ducks, but that's
Emilio Estevez.
That's Edward James Olmos. Or Emilio Estevez.
What?
Sorry. You don't know who Edward James Olmos is?
No, I do know who Edward James Olmos. Which again prompted by what?
Yeah. No, he didn't play Gordon Gekko. Never mind. That was Emilio Estevez.
Wait, Gordon?
That's Wall Street.
Stop it.
But Emilio Estevez plays a lawyer in Mighty Ducks.
Named Gordon.
Is he Gordon Bombay?
Bombay. God damn it.
Yeah.
Was
6 degrees of
6
him.
degrees of Gordon Gekko. We're so stupid.
I knew I'd get there eventually.
Oh my God.
All right. Miracle.
No. Next episode, we're doing Miracle. Do you believe in miracles?
Have you ever seen it?
I have seen it. Actually, I own this one.
Do you? Okay.
It combines two of my favorite things.
Kurt Russell.
And Chinese people. And all those.
Does China have a hockey team?
All of those strong 70s haircuts. 80s haircuts?
Huh?
70s haircuts.
Well, it's the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
The 1980 Olympics. So it's
80. So it's the hybrid.
The 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for like the Olympics and stuff, I think China has a hockey team. But you know what? Now that you say that, I don't know, which probably tells you how good they are.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. How do I put this? The only teams good at hockey on a national scale are in the northern hemisphere of the planet. Your Canadas, your Russias, your Norways, your Swedens.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Yeah, Australia doesn't have one, do they?
They're probably about as good as their breakdancers. There's a hot topical reference for everybody.
Yeah, for like what, last year?
Whatever the last Olympics was. The kangaroo hop.
The T-Rex.
No, she unfortunately had T-Rex arms, much like Chicago Tribune's review of Nope. It was a horrible coincidence.
I think you mean mistake.
She was not performing the T-Rex. She just has little arms.
Get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur. Get on the floor. I do the dinosaur.
I am prepared to donate an irresponsible amount of money to the Olympic breakdancing team that does a routine to dinosaurs. No, shut up. If this podcast can sponsor anything ever, we will financially sponsor an Olympic breakdancer who does a routine to that.
Hell yeah.
And how well you were just getting it over there.
Yeah, what do you think I do every night before I go to bed?
Well, you can't get all amped up before bed.
Yeah, hell yeah, I do. Then I wonder why I can't sleep.
Because you're too busy doing the dinosaur. You know what's funny is actually one of my daughters makes me read to her every night a book that says it's called 1, 2, 3 to the dinosaur.
Yeah, you have to do that.
And it's just, hold for first we chomp and swish and stomp about. Yeah.
Now you have to play that song for her.
You know what? I probably do.
Yep.
Because after watching our first Godzilla movie, we played for my oldest Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla, and she loves that song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, I think I have to play the dinosaur. What are we talking about?
Oh,
I need to go home and just apologize to everyone I pass on the street. I have never felt this bad on the show before about anything we have ever done.
really?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel guilty, and this wasn't even, I didn't do it.
Well,
But I didn't go with my gut, and I didn't catch it. God, oh my God. Can you do the outro? I am just verklempt.
We done.
And that's why I don't ask for your help. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Below the description of this episode, there's a couple of links. Let us know if you've got bingo. Be sure to stop by the merch store and let us know your thoughts in the Q&A section. That's why it is there. Just you don't have to explain it. Just put on purpose or coincidence.
Yes.
In the meantime, make sure you're following the show, turn on bell for notifications, and share it around to your friends and family. Tune in next week as we will be looking at Miracle for episode 81. And as always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and good night. I don't know what the point of this outro is. Tevis always brings the music in too soon, and it's so fucking loud you can't hear me talk anyway for the outro, wishing you all goodbye. So what's the fucking point of it? It's a 3/5 of an outro.